Anyway, these are the players that are staying.
Mm-hmm. We started the game well for the first 10 seconds, then it went downhill a little bit.
It did, mate, it did. I mean, that goal, that first goal, I mean, with a total shambles. Tavernier. Anybody that says that boy can defend there, just have a look at that. That's what I'm talking about, mate. That defend him right there. And you're going, he just can't defend. He's just hopeless at defending, let's be honest.
He put it back into the danger area, didn't he?
I know. He stretched his neck to keep the thing in play. If he just lets it go, it goes out. It's probably a corner, but that's all right. But he stretches his neck to keep it in play and drop it back in the middle of his box. You know, what kind of defending is this? Anyway, it's the end of the season. It doesn't matter. It does matter because he's staying. Says Jack and Lundstrom. They were involved in the second one. I'll let you get to that.
Yeah. So we loses a goal and we didn't really start well at all. We couldn't get involved. And if I'm being honest, Hearts were a better team. McGregor did a decent save and we slowly clawed our way into it, and we were starting to make chances without having but still at times getting the ball away. But we slowly came into the match, and then we got a goal out of nothing. If I'm being honest, yeah, nothing. And in fact, if they hadn't wasted time and kicked 2 balls on the part, and the guys got done, we'd never scored that goal because again the half time whistle would have went earlier, mate.
It's true, mate. It's good when it comes back and bites on it. I like that. But that big defender made a mess of it.
Oh, what was he doing, mate? He was doing his, didn't he?
Oh, I know.
But what a finish by Cantwell. You don't have to hit it hard all there.
No. It's good to see somebody knows what they're doing or running in and goal in it. It's just we usually just get the typical blast at the goalkeeper all the time. But put the ball away for the goalkeeper. Surprised how many goals you'll score that way. I'm just watching this second goal again. Christ's sake.
Oh, it starts at the halfway line. Watch it if you get to see it again. So we get to equalise at half time. We came out in the second half and we played reasonably well the first 20 minutes up until we started making the substitutes, if I'm being honest. And the game should have been put to bed all there. Put to bed. Yeah.
Another fault all here. Can't put our chances away.
So
how many times were we through? How many times have we actually through in them? And we can't put the ball in the net. We can't find another player. It's ridiculous. It's crap. It's done. But anyway, I'm trying to hold my temper, you know that, because it's a nothing game. There's nothing to be upset about. It's just a nothing game, but it's just seeing the same mistakes reappearing. It's just so maddening.
I couldn't understand. I don't know if King had a knock or whatever, but moving Suter to left, taking him to bring Lundstrom in and taking young King off, I don't get it. You know, if that's what you want to do, and you want to bring somebody on, take Lundstrom off.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So we upset our defence, changed our midfield, you know, I don't get it. So we ended up, we should have had the game played out and then we make that error in the last kick of the ball, call it a combination of errors. Childish, poor goal, you know what I mean? No switched on. And if I'm being honest, that 30 seconds summed up a lot of our season.
So the second goal that they scored, Jack was involved in it twice. He gives the ball away in the middle of the park to start with, then gets back into the area. Lundstrom tries to jump in front of the big forward. The guy rolls him. So if anybody's under any doubt about Lundstrom being a centre-half, that answered it. No chance is that guy a centre-half. He can play one position and one position only. That's nonsense. He can play multiple positions. Get it out of your head, by the way, because it's going to cost us next season again if we think we can line this clown doing this. He plays on the right, further forward, and keeps pushing forward, and that's all he can play. I'm sick of watching this guy try to play.
It's only my opinion, Albert, but a lot of the things that when we started getting back to where we were in goal came because Lundstrom slowed the play down.
He is too, yeah. Told you that before. He's too slow. Too many touches in the ball, too slow. Too slow of thought as well. He doesn't know how to play a first time pass, that boy. But anyway, so then that second goal, he gets rolled, and then the ball falls to Jack again, and he passes it straight back to Hearts player. He put that young boy and he puts it in the net. And I was like, what are they doing? Don't understand what they're doing.
It's gone now. I think I thought Morelos grew into the game, was non-existent for the first half an hour, mate. Grew into
Well,
the
he started
game.
arguing. He started arguing with Naismith. He started playing. He woke up. He started playing. But that's that boy all over, isn't it?
Man. And then there was a spell there where Sir Carl was excellent, but then the first half he couldn't trap a bag of cement.
Tell me. When he upgrade that boy, it's not right. I like him a lot, but come on, he's not the answer. He certainly isn't the answer to what we're looking for. He tries, but Christ's sake, he's wasteful. He never seems to have the ball under control at any time. And then all of a sudden he does something, as we said before, he does something sublimely brilliant. You're like, how can you do that? And then when somebody passes your ball, you let it bounce off you. But that's Sakala, isn't it? We've been saying it all along. And then he gets his goal. The other guy, he actually put the ball through the goalkeeper's legs. I'm saying that usually bounces off the keeper.
Here's a stat for you. You want a stat?
Go for it. I like a stat.
Right, that's Cantwell scored more goals at Rangers than Ryan Kent and Scott Wright put together this year, this season.
Oh, terrible, isn't it? He's had half a season. They two with a full season each and carry. Oh, terrible. Oh, I thought me with Tondo looked good when he came on, no? He done a couple of nice things.
The only complaint I had to him was he got the pass wrong when he ran through to Alfredo, yeah? Aye.
He was raging at that, wasn't he? He was raging at that pass. That was his chance to get his goal. But, he looked a bit better than he normally looks, Tondo. I'm not caring about Morelos. He's gone. I don't care about Ken either. He's gone, I know. All the players that are walking out the door, they're gone. That's finished. I'm looking at the ones that are staying. Lundstrom, Jack, Tav, they're staying, and they three were because of their goals, the 2 goals. The 3 of them because they 2 goals. And that's what I'm concerned about. I'm not, the rest of it, McGregor's away at horse. I'm not bothering about him. Would McCory have done any better than McGregor? Now, there's a question, isn't it? I think he might have done better for both goals, McCory.
Fair comment. Right, we get these phone lines opened.
We'll see what people go to say, if anything, mate.
Yeah. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I gave Cantwell man of the match, mate.
I thought he had a poor first half, mate, to be honest with you. I thought he was overplaying the ball. But again, he scored and he came into the game in the second half. I thought he actually was substitute. I thought he was dead on his feet, but they took Sakala off instead. I was quite surprised at that. I thought it should have been him. But why not, mate? Why not?
If it wasn't him, I thought the best player of the piece along with him was Big Shooter again, mate.
Big Shooter.
Yeah.
Boy, King played no bad as well.
Aye.
Yeah, we shaky at the start and then they come into it. He actually came into it. I mean, he's done all right. I'm not saying he's a brilliant centre half, but he's done all right. So did we, Yilmaz as well. He done all right as well.
I thought he was our best player in the first half, mate.
Aye. He looks once he settles that boy's going to be a player. He really does. I hope he keeps improving because it looks as if he's got something in it.
A decent passer of the ball, you know.
Mm-hmm. But a football brain as well.
Mm-hmm. Aye. We'll see where it goes. It'll be interesting to see what people thought, you know. Ultimately disappointing because we want to win every game all better.
Of course we do. Of course. I thought they came out in the second half and they must have heard what the Aberdeen score was, and they sort of, I went, the heart will go at them now, watch this. But we contrived to get to shoot ourselves in the foot again. And here's that wee rat fucking, oh, sorry mate for swearing. There's that wee rat Naismith on the telly now.
Okay. Right, we've been joined by old Davy. How are we doing, Davy?
I could be a lot better after that. all Bear's got it. He always is. He's very always accurate. But, I mean, he's 7 years. The worst thing about 7 years is he's still going to be there next year. You can't get away with that, guys. That's just not acceptable. That in defending. And Cantwell was the man of the match by a country mile. By a country mile.
Right.
The point I would like to ask you is, which I thought I picked up on it. See the first goal we lost? If you look at it, I'm sure Shanklin gets his elbow and it's that quick, but his elbow and knocks it back to where he is and he puts it in the net. I just think that's a stone molar. It looked the offside, I don't think it had anything to do with it. But if you watch it, the ball's going back to Tavernier and he goes like that with his elbow and he knocks it back to himself. But I mean, the defending, I mean, schoolboy football. Worse than schoolboy football. But disappointing to get that at the end of the night. And the same old story again, innit? You know, Ryan Jack does his party piece. But it's a tear-up job now and we march on, guys.
What was the big error for Ryan Jack? The cross-field pass where he gave the ball away cheaply?
Well, I think the one that was worse was when he tried to cut the ball out and he just knocked it back to the guy. I mean, that should have been in those head. That should have been in the Heart supporters' end.
I think the bigger mistake there. I mean, I know he made an error there, but if he doesn't do the first error and just keeps the ball, puts it up the wing, the whistle goes and the game's finished, mate.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're spot on as well. Aye.
You know.
Think of that in a big European night with 2-1 up, and he does that. You know what I mean? It's annoying, isn't it? It's really annoying. It's stupid. I mean, he's got all the experience of Europe and all that carry on. He knows how to. He should know how to kill a game out. No, see a game out, especially that late on in the game. Just knock it up the wing, as you say. That's it. Game's done. No. I'm going to show off. No, it's wrong with that boy. Because he signed his contract, he's listening to his own press. That boy thinks he's a superstar again. Just play the ball simple, son. I mean, that's the Celtic goal you're involved in, the Hampden goal you're involved in, and now that goal you're involved in. There's a couple more he's been involved in as well. Somebody needs to give him a wake-up call. I know he signed a contract, but somebody really needs to give him a wake-up call.
What about looking at the positive? Raskin and Cantwell at times. Raskin at times done well, but his passing sometimes leaves a wee bit to be desired. He's good at breaking up the play and moving forward. Cantwell, entertainer. What are we going to play him when we get a centre forward, Davey?
Yeah, that'll need to be worked out. You know, my biggest fear is with Cantwell is that I don't think if he keeps that up, I don't think we'll be able to keep him. That's what I'm worried about. If he plays like that, because he's outstanding.
You just have to take that as a positive. If somebody's chapping your door and the money's stupid, you've just got to take it as a positive.
Oh, definitely. I agree with you all day long. No problem. But I would hate to see it happening because we're just trying to get something going and up and running in it. We don't need that, you know. But that's show business.
Aye. Albert, is that fair?
That's fair, mate. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an offer come in this summer for him. That quick. And Raskin. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
If you were somebody, would you take a punt?
Absolutely.
All right, okay.
I mean, I think it would really test if they come in and offered $8 million each for they to right now. I think that would really test Rangers' resolve.
You're working with an actors at the moment, aren't they?
Aye, to us, but I'm telling you, I'd be saying they'll sit down and have a discussion about it, put it away if it happens. I don't want them. I want them to stay and build the team and let's see where we go. Get a couple of years of them before they move on. But that's the way football is, and especially our club. I mean, all the clubs in Scotland are selling clubs. Let's not kid ourselves on. There isn't any club in Scotland that's not a selling club, us included. So it's just the environment we live in now. It's horrible, but it's a fact.
Mm-hmm. All right, I enjoyed Cantwell on the second half when he got involved and he was showing he was running and passing the ball. I mean, he was even well involved with the second goal, wasn't he? The pass up to Sakala.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought we played some great football there. When you look at what we had at stake, really, it was just a sort of a good night cheerio for the guys. And that's another thing. This sentiment rubbish, that just doesn't wash with me anymore. You know, that team shouldn't. I mean, what did Morelos do again? You know, and he's there wanting to gub wee manager. He's wanting to fight with him. You know, come on. You know, we're not going to fit with that anymore. It's going to change.
Yeah, I think we've been joined by Blue Star. Evening, Blue Star.
Evening, Ox, Albert, Davey.
Guys,
I kind of agree with all your points. I'm dead annoyed. I'm fucking sick, to be honest. That game's there to be won. We started off exact same as the Hibs game. First half, absolutely atrocious. Passing boys, couldn't even pass the ball 12 feet to one another. It's just, I mean, Tab for that first goal, you've got to slag the guy. He's even behind. If you actually watch your back, you see McGregor turning around and saying to him, "What are you doing here? Get out there." And that's before the ball went in. He's standing in the goal line. If he's not in the goal line, it's not a goal. I don't know. His positional sense is just dire. But that goal, he loses that goal at the end, and Jack passing it a ball in front of the goalie. That ball should have been whacked out the park. I heard you saying he needs to learn. He's not going to learn at this age. Are you kidding me on? It's just atrocious. There's too much deadwood there. You're asking for positives. The only positives you've got is the two guys he's brought in. Most of that team, I'm telling you, they're past it. They need to go. They ain't good enough and they don't have the quality. He's kidding himself on if he thinks 5 players is going to make a difference. Because Albert's right. We've got too much deadwood there. Guys that aren't up to it. They ain't got the quality.
Thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. I think what you'll see is the 5 players of the 5 is going out. I think there'll be other players good, but let's stick to the game tonight. He's right about the defending. All I would say about Tab, it was a superb leap when he didn't have to do it.
Oh no, see like Tab, seeing his defending, by the way. He goes to sleep and his ball watches and he just ball watches and just loses interest. The scene he's in the attack, he's focused. He wants to attack all the time. He wants to be in the opposition box. He wants to be taking shots and he's in the opposition box. But if you put him in his own box to do what he's paid today, he ball watches, man. He's no interest. He doesn't want to do it. And that's why he's got caught out of position. He's no awareness of what's wrong about him. I mean, that one, if he was a good fullback today, apart from what Blue Stars has come off the line, seeing the ball gets to him, to head it, he knows that there's nobody behind him. He knows that he can just duck down and let the ball go out for it's either a shy or a bye, whatever it is, but it's a safe way to do it. What you don't do in that position as a fullback is headed, or a defender at all, is headed the ball back into the centre of your goal. That's what you don't do. It's nuts, but there you go. That's my opinion on it. I know we're concentrating tonight, but it's hard not to talk about them this way. But anyway, who's your player of the year? Choose the state of the club and Tab's the player of the year. I mean, I feel like
funny enough, apart from that, I thought he was one of our better players, which didn't say a lot, if we're being honest. I thought the 2 fullbacks were 2 of our better players because we couldn't keep the ball at top. We started really much.
Nah. I mean, Ox, answer me this. See the team that he started with. You explain to me why Kamara's on that pitch and Morelos. Now, Morelos, quite frankly, has let our manager down since he came in. Davy's right. This sentiment thing, that's a load of nonsense. Alan McGregor and goals taking the place of the young boy. I'm the first to admit, I thought he's praised him too much tonight. He made bad howlers every time a cross ball went in and against the Hibs. But he's the future insofar as he's still at the club. Alan McGregor's getting a testimonial. Our manager went for sentiment tonight, and Davy's right. That's all the nonsense now. Absolute nonsense. His team selection, Kamara, should have been taken off at half time, quite frankly. The first half he was dire. He didn't want involved at all. I just don't get it, guys. I don't see how he can hang on to some of the guys. I really don't. Because they're not producing for him. And the name of the game's winning. and playing guys in the park that are doing something for you. They're not doing it.
I think we need a centre forward. I think that the way they played tonight, they're going to have to make their mind up where we're going to play Cantwell. You know, if he gets a free role.
Cantwell will play in midfield, Dogs. Simple. It's a forward line. He needs, and this rubbish that he's coming away with yesterday about a good centre forward's going to cost 7-8 million. We all know that. But he can't come away with this thinking if he brings in two wingers, one centre forward's going to be enough, and maybe a normal guy out of, I don't know, English First Division or something as backup. That's not going to wash with us. We need a good 2 or 3 decent centre forwards. And even more importantly, if he allows Kolats to go, he's got to replace them. And at the moment, we've been playing for the best part of 2 years with one forward that's been fit and no fit, and then fit again, and then no fit. One centre forward's not going to hack it. Supposing you went and bought the best centre forward in the world. He needs backup, and we need a squad of players that are continually producing, and we've not got that now.
I've got to say, seeing the first half, it wouldn't matter if Harlan was up front, David. I don't think we hardly made a chance in the centre forward position, if I'm being honest. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's going to be rectified, which I think it will. But I think we're just still at this point, even with the 5 going, we've still got too much deadwood there.
That's only the ones that's out of contract. Let's be honest. It's,
yeah.
You know, there's others to go. You know,
I know we've been talking about needing a central defender. Strengthening up that area. I was very impressed with that big boy Hill that was playing with Hearts. He can defend that big boy. He was in amongst Everton, and if you're wanting a squad player, I think
what about his assist for the first goal?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't take shies, he takes corners. No. Even the halfway line. But I mean, you need to look at that.
For our first goal, David.
Oh, don't go there. That'll be in the Beano tomorrow.
No.
The 2-inch feeder after his nose was 2 inches off the ground, wasn't it?
Again, Ox, there was 4 bad fouls on Cantwell, and the ref never booked any of their players for the 4 of them.
The first one was a all day long, mate. The first one was a booking all day long.
Aye, absolutely. And he's getting clubbed. He's getting clubbed every time he tries to go by a player. The ref's only giving him any protection.
That's because the narrative started on the boy.
I know.
One at a time. Right. Albert, on you go.
That's because the narrative started about Cantwell. Something was at it today about all he was doing. Even Boyd said it tonight. This is it started now. So the referees are listening to them again. The same as they done with Morelos, the same as they done with Jack. Now it's Cantwell's turn. And what's going to happen is, if he goes down, he's not going to get the free kick. So it's allowing people at the night. I mean, some of the tackles, that first one, you're talking about, that was a bad tackle, by the way. And you never get booked that, boy. And this is it starting. And Rangers need to do something about this. The narrative needs to get stamped out right away, or it's going to carry on to next season. And I can't believe it. I was laughing. That something must be sitting back laughing, because they started it again about him getting doing too easy. Next thing, that clown beating. He must be listening to all this, by the way, because these referees react to what that big clown says, not all they gimps or they Celtic gimps, what they all say. And there's another one of our players. He's either going to carry on getting booked and getting sent up, or he's going to take a bad injury.
What I will say about Cantwell, I think he likes getting close to people, and obviously you're going to get involved in free kicks. It's the way he plays, because he's very confident on the body. He takes the ball up close to people. Yeah.
I mean, the guy, you just nailed it earlier on when you were talking about the goals that he scored so far, compared to some other guys. It's outstanding. It's outstanding. And another one that we're talking about bringing up tackles and the referees, there was one where Shanklin, he lost the ball, I think it was Tavernier, and he just wrapped it. He had a boot at him with his boot up and tried to wrap it to stop him getting any further. And they played on advantage, fair dues, but he should have went back and booked him. I mean, that's pathetic refereeing.
What did you make of young Redman tonight? I thought he was okay in the first half. I don't think he was too involved in the second half, if I'm being honest, post that. But in the first half, he was one of the
first half, I thought yeah, absolutely, you're spot on. I thought the first half he was probably our best player. Certainly there was a couple of balls that kind of went misplaced, but you can see the boys. Go there. I mean, he's no fear for the height of him to get in and tackle. There was a couple of times he just smacked it into the crowd, quite right, get the ball out the ground. But I mean, you can see there's a player there. There's no doubt about it. There's a player there.
Would we accept he's a positive potential going forward, Albert?
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely. I like to see more of the boy, and you'll not do that next season now, obviously. But I can see him being the first choice fullback for next season if he keeps improving the way he's doing and settling down. Well, you remember, he's still settling in. He's no settled in yet. But as I'm with Blue Star, there's definitely a player there. You can see the boys. He's got a player, and for his height, he wins enough in the air for his height. Put it that way. But the good thing about it is there's no many people get across into our box for that side now. He's either got a block or it's hitting off him and taking the sting out the cross. With Barisic, that doesn't happen. They always get the cross in. Doesn't matter who it is and where they are on that wing, they'll get the cross in. And the same on the other side with Tavernier. But with that wee boy, he actually manages to get his foot in and block. So he actually does his primary job first well. Then the attacking option comes in. He's no bad at going forward. That's the way I like it to be. Not the way Tavernier is. It's all about going forward and no defending whatsoever. So I think he's a future, mate.
And John Sewer, is he grown into the jersey? I know he's a big lump. I don't mean that in a nasty way, but some of his passes going forward tonight were excellent. And at times Leon King as well, to be fair. Big John, seen that he could be a worthwhile acquisition, maybe.
Oh, it's at the beginning of everybody's on the boy's case, but I mean that's why he was out for so long. And you've got to remember, we've still got Tom Hangway. What was his name? What's his second name? Tom. Yeah, he's got a lot to look forward to. But just what we were talking about, it was disappointing. I think the biggest thing of the whole night was they needed to get a result. We didn't. And I thought that showed up in our play. And we still looked a better team. But they were the ones who were going to gain something out of it. We were just going for prize.
In the middle of the second half. It should have been 3 or 4-1 and maybe looking for the fifth one as a sort of say-all. But that's the problem we've had all season. Goals change games. We get the third one, their energy levels will sap. And you'll go and score another 2, mate. But we never, and they paid a price for it.
Aye, exactly. You're right, mate. And it's happened time and time. It's happened for years, let's be honest about it. In fact, it's happened right across the Lassies team, the youth team, the B team, right across the club. There's something fundamentally wrong with our club when it comes to putting the ball in the net for some mad reason. And it's not that. You look at I think it was Billy said it the other night, was it 88 goals or something we scored, which is fine, that's great. But it's not that we're talking about. The goals that we're talking about is in games just like that. You're 2-1 up, right? You've got chances to kill the game off, and we can't do it, and they got and scored 2 each. I mean, we're losing leagues with games like this. Livingston, for example, St Johnstone and all that. We've had chances in all these games and couldn't put them away. That's what we're talking about, no scoring enough. It's not that we don't beat teams 4-0, 4-1, 5-1 every now and again. We do that. We score goals, but it's the games, these important games at that time when you're just 1-0 up, go and score another goal, kill the game off. 2-0, 2-1, go and kill a couple of goals, kill them. And it's different if we've not creating the chances. We're creating the chances but no taking them. And that's the frustrating thing. Then we get it tonight. Just to touch on Big Suter, what I really like about Big Suter, he's a defender first and foremost, Watch the blocks. The guy blocking the ball. Look how many times he blocks the ball. It's unbelievable, mate. I'm going. That's a good centre half. And see him cutting the ball coming across. See if he was playing in a UEFA Cup final. We'd have won the UEFA Cup final because that boy that they scored for, he'd have cut that out. He would have definitely cut that out.
What's your thinking on Twitter? Poster?
Very, very good. Great in the air. As Albert says, he throws his cell if he's not going to get his feet to it. He at least makes it hard for the guy to get the ball by him. And his range of passing, I mean, he had on 2 diagonal balls tonight, and they were spot on, right to tap. So I've been mega impressed. I've got to be honest, Docs, I never ever thought he was a great player at Hearts. But the games that I've seen him now, I've got to be honest, I wouldn't have him out my team. I really wouldn't. I don't think we've got him there as good as him. Certainly in the air and his tackling, I think he's top notch. I really do.
So there is positives within the negatives. I think you'll not recognise the Rangers team at the start of next season, David.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's a good thing about it. Apart from the night when the puddle drinkers got a doing. I mean, that just that perked me up a lot. But you said that we need to get the goals up front sorted. And if he's doing his job, and if he gets the cash he really needs, I definitely see his upwards and onwards, guys. I really do.
I'll tell you one thing, Ox. You still there?
Yes, mate. Yes. Carry on, Albert.
I'll tell you what. The boy Kieran Dowell sitting in the stand. I bet you looked at that team and went, "There's nothing going to hold me out at that team." If he's a player at all, and I don't know if he is a player. I don't know much about the boy. But if I was him, I'd be sitting there going, "Well, there's no much in that team going to hold me out of that team." I'll tell you that right now.
I know what you mean. That's what's frustrated me. I know the league's gone. I know it's gone. But obviously, you could have win the day and the arithmetic looks better. I'm being petty. Oh, better.
No, you're right.
The annoying thing was, everybody could see if we'd get that third goal, that's the game finished. Then you can pass the ball about the way they do in front. I mean, I've got to be honest, even games we were winning, see when we start passing that ball in front of our goalie, I'm being truthful, I hate that style of football, I always have done. I like the ball, if anywhere, the middle of the park or up their end, but see that passing the ball from side to side in front of our goalie, especially when you know they're trying to push on to you. I detest it.
I've got to say I want the other team's goal to have it.
You're right.
You're 1-2-1, mate. You want the other team's goal to have it because he's not going to
stop
it. Anyway,
but all the difference, you're right in what you're saying. See the big difference. The big difference will be changing that forward line. Much as we all love Visa Kittle and that, honestly, we need 2 and 3 levels above that. We need danger men up there, and we've just no go at that. You know, and if we put half the chances away that we've been creating all season, we'd have been winning all the games. We wouldn't have lost them. Wouldn't even have drawn them. And that's what it's doing.
We'll be joined by Smurf. Evening, Smurf.
Evening, Ox. Evening, everybody. Just see what you think. I'm just watching Big Soapy there. Past couple of games. He's obviously not had a proper pre-season, etc., etc. Going forward, assuming he stays clear injury, gets a good pre-season. He's in his own personal tragedies as well to deal with. Next season, fit, good pre-season under his belt. And assuming we get an upgrade on Davies on the left, do you honestly see Goldson in ahead the Big Soapy? Because, I mean, I was thinking the other night, I was looking through old YouTube videos and that, all the crazy goals that Goldson's gave away in Europe. The one against the Ibrox against Dortmund, with Jude Bellingham scored. Try to clear the ball with his right foot because he can't kick the ball with his left foot. And I think Suter. I'm going to say to you, is a better player.
You might be right, but I'll tell you what, by the time Suter's played as many games for us as Goldston has, you'll be able to put a montage of his mistakes together for goals we've lost. Starting with the back pass at Parkhead. We'll see. It's competition for Connor Goldston, which is no bad thing. I didn't think we should have given him a 4-year contract. But Big Suter could be the man in possession. Albert.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. I think now I've seen Suter now for a few games. I think once he settles down, as Blue Star says, he gets the pre-season in, gets his fitness back up, stays clear of injury. I can see him being the first choice. Definitely, mate. He's that good. He's that good. He's a better defender than Goldston. I'll tell you that for nothing. He's definitely a better defender, and he's better than the Aaron Goldston. So I like the look of this. I like the look of what's happening here. It's the left side now we need to take care of. But Goldston, if Goldston wants back in that team, which he'll probably walk in at the beginning of the season, there's no doubt about that. But if he wants to stay in that team, he needs to up his game. He really does need to up his game. Because Suter will take Suter will take it off him. I'm not sure about Europe, but because I don't think Suter's not got the experience that Wilson's got in Europe. But the only way you get experience is playing it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what we do going forward, because I think we need more than one string with both Star. And there could be games that we might play set of halves, and one of them shouldn't be them.
Definitely. And on that, Ox, I said to you last week, and that's before we found out that he was out, Goldson was out for another 10 weeks. I said all along, he went a good 2 seasons and never missed a game. He started picking up niggly injuries, and we've seen it 3 times now. Seen it with Alfie, seen it with Tav. Ox, see when they've played that amount of games on the trot, we've all played football, we all know the score. The minute you start you've played that amount of games, the body doesn't handle that. I don't care how strong you are. And niggly injuries become then problems. And actually, there you go. Bill said the other night, you said yesterday, it happened in the last minute of that last game. There he's out for 10 weeks, and he was already troubled that last time just before that, and he came back. So he definitely needs another centre-half, but Big Suter's playing his part. Get a good pre-season, as Smurf says. He definitely looks the part. In the air, he's tremendous. And he definitely has a cracking range of passing. And as Albert says, he's a great tackler and all. So he's looking good for me.
Can I just come in there? I just wanted to say that what I'm worried about, is, and I don't want to piss in anybody's chips or jinx a boy, but with Goldston out for 10 weeks, he's going to be starting pre-season late. Really, I don't know if he'll be ready for the beginning of the next season. And if Big Soapy breaks down, we're going to be toiling. We definitely need another centre-half.
Yeah. I think, let's just see who's going to come in the door. I mean, you see what it takes. I think we will sign a centre-half, because I think there's a chance that Ben Davis could go. You never know. Orlando's went, yeah.
Nah.
Come in there, Ox.
On you go, David.
I think Beale said that. I think Beale said that it's 10 weeks, but that's 6 weeks. He's going to be injured, and then the 4 weeks pre-season. So he'll be ready for the start of the next season.
Oh well, hopefully, fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed.
We'll see what it takes us. But you're right. Is there another player in our team, Davey, who could have passed that goal on, like Todd Cantwell?
Sorry, missed that there.
All right, thanks for the call.
Bedtime, you baby.
All right, hold on. Here's the nurse coming. Right, okay, guys, get a rest. No,
David,
something about Todd Cantwell. What was
it? Is there another player at our club at the moment who could pass the ball into net as simple as that? What he done for that first goal?
No, absolutely not. I didn't even think he was going to make it, because the angle he was at, and the guy's class. I mean, you talk about a player hitting the road running, the game, getting out, settling in. That guy's been incredible. And that's my worry about if he does get, I think he'll only get better. But see if you stick in some good players round about him and Raskins, we've got the potential to have a really good team there. But we need to sort out that defence, guys. I mean, that's just, can't keep happening. That's just not going to keep happening.
Aye, two bad goals we lost tonight, You've got to be honest. Smurf, anything else on your mind, bruh?
I just... people are talking about, a dozen players coming in, etc., etc. So 5 have gone out the door. Davis is going to go out the door. He's not going to come back as a player. He's doing his rehab at Ibrox. That's why they've not released that he's leaving. So there's really 6 gone. But he did say that he wanted to work with a squad of about 26 players. 25, 26 players. So I'm not so sure that there's going to be the numbers that people think, a dozen players and stuff like that. I think there'll be about 5, and then it will be a 1-for-1 basis. If we can get players out, and it's getting them to leave, innit? That's a difficult thing.
Well, I predicted Scott Wright's gone, yeah, and I don't mean any help to the lads, yeah. I think there's a chance that others could go, maybe Barisic, Davis, Kamara, maybe even Cholak, Blue Star.
I think the ratings are definitely on the wall for Kamara, because I think they can get a few quid for him. For me, Ox, see the likes of the midfield. I'm still worried if he's talking about keeping Lindstrom, Jack, playing them in either side of the legs up, Raskin or that. I'm telling you, they don't have the legs. The night proved it. They drift in and out of games. We need 3 guys like Raskin that can keep that up for 90 minutes. And they 2 guys, I'm sorry, much as I like Jack and I like Lundstrom when they're on their game, you're not getting 90 minutes out of they 2 in any game. You're just not getting it. You need legs in the middle of that park. So for me, he still needs to bring in a couple of midfielders. Without a shadow of a doubt, he's got to. That in a front line. He needs that front line totally wiped out. Yes, by all means, yes, I like Sakala and that is backup. But he needs better quality than them starting the game. Definitely.
There's going to be a lot of changes. It's going to be interesting, Albert. It's going to be an interesting summer.
Well, the ones that I say, there's 8 going. I've got the only one that kept stayed was Jack. You remember Sands is away and all, so you've got McGregor, Davis, Helander, Sands, Arfield, Morelos, Kent. They're all gone. You've still got question marks over Tillman, whether he's coming back. There are 6 out the team that are under transfer that I say are up for shouts as well. Barisic, Kamara, Hadji, Sakala, Cholak and Wright. They 6 are up for grabs, by the way, as far as I can see. And if they 6 go out, that should go to your 11 to 12 players all away. But actually, it's nearly 14 players away. I would reckon at least 8 coming in. And that's the squad back down to where it should be.
That's a good shout.
We gave him homework once. He's done it. And he's not forget it, has he?
Well, I've only got one rang out of the ones I said that were leaving. That was all the ones that sort of contract. The only one I've got rang was Jack. He kept Jack. I had Jack out the door and all.
Did you get one rang?
I got one rang, so homework for tomorrow.
Aye. I've seen that. What about that guy? Just as well we never signed that Uda, wasn't it? It could have been UDA in the back of some of people's jerseys, wasn't it? Couldn't help but
Oh, good. Nice one. Nice one.
Davey, well,
yes.
Going to change. There's going to be rapid changes. The first one coming today, young boy. Kieran, we wish him all the best in his Rangers career.
Yes. Is that the chap who's at Norwich said, is he the boy that's got the injury? Or had an injury, sorry.
No, well, he's had But most players he's had injury. I think he's played about 20 odd games in the Championship this season. I'll check it out for the morning night, David.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to if they sign the boy for Stoke, as I was saying the other night, because I was listening to the Stoke supporters and they were really pissed off that he was leaving them. But it's very interesting. That's what you're saying, which is spot on. It's going to be interesting, but I think we need to get it right. And we've got to get that middle now. We've got to get the engine room up and running again. I think he's on the right. He's heading in the right direction, hopefully.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It's the players that's come in, isn't it? It's Redvan, Suter, Raskin, and Cantwell. And then we'll see where it takes us to go. But they're the guys we're saying they're the mainstays. How quickly has that changed, turned around, Albert?
Say that again, man. I wasn't listening. I was watching something.
Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call.
You're not concentrating.
Right. I tell you what, if you want to go and watch the interviews, we'll wind the show up, right? Last word to your good self, David.
Bro, thanks very much for taking my call, guys. It's the best show in town. Nothing will ever change my mind about that. So it's upward and onwards, and let's go do the business next year. And God bless you, cheers.
It's Murphy Boy.
Thanks for the call, taking the call, and yeah, onwards and upwards. All the best, guys. Good night, and speak to you in the next after the next game. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Blue Star.
Thanks for taking my call, guys, and onwards and upwards, and roll on next season, and let's see a winning team on the park that's bringing us back trophies. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Good here, mate. Right, Bill, you ready there?
I'm ready this time, mate. I can't say I'm no glad to see the back of this season. I'll tell you right now. But one more game to go, so let's get that done out of the way. No injuries, and let's look forward to next season, mate.
Oh, the way it's gone this season, I'll be able to have 5 injuries for the night.
No, I don't know. I took a wee knock. He's out for 12 weeks. Oh, crazy. We go. No more. Anyway, enjoy the night.
Cheers, mate. Always a pleasure, mate.
You too, mate.
Listen, can I thank David come in, Blue Star, and of course Smurf, and the one and only Albert. Old school Blue for doing the technicals. Everybody listen. This has been Rangers Radio. We're back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 talking about things Rangers. I think there's only one tune we can play tonight to take us out, take it away, Old School Blue.